Hey everybody, thank you so much for checking out this video. It's your girl LB. Welcome to my channel Watch With Me LB, where I give you fun, fresh, and funny rants, reviews, and recaps on my favorite movies and TV shows. Welcome to the opposite of aesthetic era, honey. I'm in my bed in a brand new house trying to figure out the layout of my bedroom on bed rest, not resting at all, making my injury worse. But I got to get in here and talk about episode 2 of Interview with a Vampire because I would never go to the vampire theater, baby. I would let somebody tell me about it, okay? Now, y'all know I live in New Orleans. It's a wild place down here, okay? There is a coven of vampires here in New Orleans. Now, I'm not about to tell y'all whether or not these people real or not. I think that one of them is like an accountant and the other one is like a secretary at a school. You know what I'm saying? These are just people that like to cosplay and live the life of a vampire. They be having parties and stuff. Well, let's talk about episode 2 of Interview with a Vampire. It is titled, Do You Know What It Means to Be Loved by Death? I don't want to be loved by death. I would rather be loved by Jacob Anderson. Is that man married or not? Because I'm flirting with him on this internet and he might be married and I might be a little floozy. Am I a floozy? Comment down below and let me know. Y'all zip it, okay? Stop. The episode opens up and we see Claudia and Louis in post-war Paris, and Claudia and Louis have been robbing and eating the people that they robbed to sustain their lifestyle. Claudia has been doing the lion's share of the work by robbing the people, stealing their money and jewels and whatever to pay for their rent and their, you know, whatever they need. And I don't know what the hell Louis doing because he reading the paper, child. I don't know. Claudia is talking about how, you know, everybody broke these days, okay? She's like, why y'all don't have 2-carat rings on each finger? Like, I'm confused why y'all so broke out here. And Louis is like, so you remember that war we had just had? She don't care at all. She just trying to get to the money. And she's trying to get to the blood and the guts. Because I feel like if I was Claudia dealing with Louis, I would knock his ass off that statue that they was on. It was on like a statue way, like at the time. I don't know what it was. I'm sure it was something, yeah, but I don't know what it was. But I would have knocked his ass off. And his legs would have been on the left and the right on the opposite side of the street like there was when Lestat dropped his ass from the ionosphere, okay? Because shut up. Claudia is, she basically keeping Louis, child. Like, she just doing all the work. And Louis is outside taking pictures of the humans. He's a great photographer, but I don't see him trying to do nothing to get no bread money, no baguette money. If you remember from episode 1, Armand and Louis had decided that they was gonna tag team Daniel Malloy in the interview, right? Because, you know, Armand said that Louis had lost control of the interview and that, you know, he just really didn't like that. And so, you know, now Armand is on the couch, honey. I'm talking about we 2 minutes into the show and Armand is interjecting. May I? No, you may not. This is the interview with the Louis, not the interview with the Are We? What's their name together? Armand and Louis. They could be Are We, or they could be Loan. No. Did I know a person named Loan? You know, Louis is waxing poetic about how Paris is, you know, creeping on the come up after the war and whatever. And Daniel Malloy is like, Paris sucks. I don't know what to tell you. Paris is trash. Louis is also talking about how as a Creole black man in Paris, he had none of the issues that he had trying to maneuver in life that he, you know, had in the US, right? And so Daniel was like, oh yeah, so you know, so racism don't exist. Now see, I was like, Daniel, listen, I get that you are a curmudgeon. I get it. That's your whole thing. But you're not about to sit up here in this black man's face and tell him what it was like to be black in America and how much better it was to be black in Europe. While this was happening, Armand and Louis were giving When Harry Met Sally. You know, and When Harry Met Sally, maybe the little couples would do their little interview and talk about how they met at Wrigley Field. That's Chicago. That's the wrong city. They met at the Mets game and the mama didn't like it, but the daddy loved it and they got married and they've been married ever since. They was giving When Harry Met Sally. It was like, first of all, Armand, baby, they couldn't have sat no close. Armand was in Louis' shirt. He was in his skin. He was sitting on his lap. I was like, God damn, sir. Like, I don't think I ever been in love, because I be hot. Like, you got to get off me, okay? I need just like a little bit of circulation around my elbows. Like, come on now, cut me some slack, okay? Tight together on the couch. I said it last season. I'm gonna just go ahead and get it out the way. You know, I get that, you know, it's 70, he's 70, they've been together 77 years, or he's 77 years old. Like, I know a lot of time has passed, but I hate the fact that Louis in Dubai has no trace of New Orleans in him. I just really don't like that. I don't like when people leave New Orleans and then all of a sudden you could be from any fucking way. You got a transatlantic accent like you a damn newscaster. I don't like that. Where's your sauce, boss? Where's your New Orleans hot sauce at? Where's your crawfish ball in your bloodstream? I don't like that, Louis. You got to shake that up. Okay, he's a whole different person, and who knows what he's experienced. I get it, okay? But that's just a little gripe of mine, being that I'm from New Orleans. I haven't seen anybody else from New Orleans recapping the show, so I don't know if I'm the only one that is, but, you know, I really enjoyed New Orleans Louis. Dubai Louis, he look good now, okay? But he ain't got no sauce on him. He ain't got no char-grilled oysters. He don't have no crawfish ball. He don't have no Loretta's beignets. He don't have no etouffee. He don't have nothing smothered. He don't have no red beans, no gumbo. He ain't got no second line. He ain't got nothing. And I don't like that. I'm gonna move on, but I just wanted to say that. The local coven has clocked that there are some new American vampires in town, and they have not checked in, honey. That is disrespectful. If you go to a new place, you check in with the new coven, that is the rules. However, Lestat, who made Claudia and who made Louis, didn't teach them shit. He didn't teach them nothing. Lestat wasn't a good maker. He just bit Louis and was like, go ahead and get in my coffin. And then he bit Claudia and was like, go read a book someplace. I don't really want you here no way. You like a little puppy. I don't really want. So they didn't know. They just were living life, assuming that they were going to have to find vampires the hard way. You know, do some research, do some scouting, you know, look for somebody with some long ass press-on nails. You know, the vampires in the coven had known that they were there for 5 months. So one day, Claudia and Louis are at a cafe. Claudia asked Louis the question that I've been wanting to know since episode 1 of season 1, which is, who is Louis, baby? Who is Louis outside of Lestat? Who is Louis outside of Claudia? Louis don't really have a good answer. Seemed to me like he don't know who he is either. Daniel says something smart, and then Armand goes into his mind and pulls out the memories of his wife Alice in Paris. Just all up in his little mind, just scrambling shit around. That's unethical. I mean, I know they vampires and all of that, but damn, stay up on my brain, you know what I mean? One night, Claudia's walking down the street and she sees this really pretty silk dress in the window, and she sees that somebody's in the shop. The seamstress is back there sewing, and so she goes in and she asking about the dress, right? And the seamstress, first of all, bitch, she got a bad attitude right out of the gate. She's telling Claudia not to touch the dress because if it get wet, it's gonna be ruined. She tell Claudia that the dress is made for a woman, it's not made for you. And, you know, Claudia's like, well, you can alter it, can't you? It ain't enough thread in Paris for me to alter this dress to make it look like it's supposed to look on you. You got a childish body. Womanhood gonna catch up to you one day, baby. And so she said, listen, I'm buying a dress. Make me some gloves, stitch it up, and do what I said. And she slapped down like some oodles of noodles and some, you know, yarn and a thimble and shit. Claudia pulled out buku stuff out of her pocket to pay for the dress. Like, girl, this is the most pieced up together payment I've ever seen in all my days. But you know, it's post-war Paris. So the girl was like, okay. Now, I don't know what Claudia said to the lady, but whatever she said, I don't remember. Whatever she said looked like the lady was like, okay. Like, she was flirting with her. I was like, ooh. What is going on? I didn't clock it. I don't know what it was, but I do remember the lady little face like, all right, I guess I'll make it for you. Like, I was like, so I'm gonna have to watch her because I feel like she's gonna pop up again. Louis trying to go get him a little something strange, right? So he goes to the park where gay men, you know, be outside looking for something delectable to get into, okay? He's on the wall smoking a cigarette, and little Armand walk up to him, and Louis was like, he looked like a boy, trying to dress like a man, but I knew he was ancient. Like, I could feel his little ancient vibe when he walked up on me, and I thought he was gonna murder me, but he didn't murder me. He just gave me a card to the Theatre des Vampires and told me to come to the show. We go straight to Claudia and was like, bitch, I found vampires. He was like, shit, boy, I just bought a dress and we going to the theater, baby. We about to be outside, okay? And you know that's all Claudia wanted. She been trying to find vampire cousins that's not like that little lady that threw herself in the fire. I ain't never gonna get over that lady throwing herself in the fire like that. And then look, okay, that's not what we're talking about. So anyway, Claudia's excited, right? She gonna see some other vampires. So now y'all, it's about to get good because they pull up to the Theatre des Vampires, baby. And the Coven has been masking itself as a theater company in Paris. They had like a like vampire groupies that was just, it was very weird because they had like white grease paint on their faces and fake fangs and like, you know, it was very weird. I don't know, I didn't know people was cosplaying in the 40s, but go off. People drinking, people fornicating, you know, it's like a New Orleans Saturday night to me. They take their seats, they see Armand is up there. They don't know what's about to happen, and baby, neither did I, because I wasn't prepared. Very excited that we have a new cast of characters, baby, because let me tell you something. These people was giving me Lost Boys, okay? We're gonna talk about it, but that's just the vibe that I got from the theatrical De Vampire. Of course, I'm childish, right? So the show gets ready to start and we meet Santiago. So he's like the main, like, lead vampire in the coven on the stage, right? And so the show is getting ready to start and the person introduces him, and it was given the same clap that they clapped when Sexual Chocolate came out and Coming to America, baby. I was dying laughing. I'm like, well, damn, what y'all paid y'all money for? Y'all not even gonna welcome these people? Y'all rude as hell. It was like, like, you paid to be there. Santiago's opening monologue was flames, okay? It was very like creepy and kooky and, you know, altogether spooky. What? Did I just give y'all Addams Family just now? The creepy and the kooky. I definitely did. Sorry, y'all. Well, there's the part in his opening monologue where he's like welcoming the people in and talking about their desires and, you know, whatever the hell. And he just stops and he tells the audience that everything that they're about to see is real. And but the thing is though, y'all, the way that homeboy was looking when he said it, I just would prefer not to see that, because, you know, in the show, the vampire's eyes, they'll be blue, but they'll be like off. You know what I'm saying? It's like a Shein color contact. But his eyes were like red or under his, I can't describe it. It was just very unsettling, and he was real chill about it at first. And then he told everybody that they repulsed him, and he screamed at them, and he scared the shit out of me. Because I was like all into it. I was like, boy, what you about to do? And he scared the shit out of me. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to keep my eye on you, buddy. The show starts, and it's basically extremely well-timed people on the stage that are coordinated with like a screen behind it. And they react to those images as though they were on the stage with them. It's, you know, it was cool, right? We was like, this shit is weird. Claudia was having the time of her whole little baby vampire life, baby. Claudia, all her little tea got dry. She was smiling so much. And Louis was like, he had looked like he tasted something spoiled. Louis was just like, I want to go. You know, Louis be trying to hold on to his little humanity and his like little sense of decency and decorum and normalcy and whatever the hell. And Claudia is trying to be outside. And all of a sudden, this poor little lady come out the background. All her little top is falling down. Her hands are tied up. She look like somebody done beat her up a little bit. She is devastated. Hands shaking, crying. She ain't got no shoes on. Her little pantyhose ripped. She done been through a time. So I said, baby, is this part of the show or no? But the lady was like, help. Y'all got to help me. Like, this is real. These people are real ass vampires, and y'all dummies paid to come in here. And if you know, like I know, you need to help me and get the hell up out of here with me when you help me, but after you help me though. The audience is joked out. They cracking up, right? Because they feel like it's part of the show. Santiago say, well, listen, baby, each night we pick somebody to eat. And unfortunately, baby, it's you. If we don't eat you, we got to eat somebody. So maybe we should just call your husband up and tell your husband to come and y'all can swap places. And she was like, no, I don't want to, no, thank you. And then he was like, okay, well, we could just get your son. And the lady was like, I'm not, no. And he was like, well, you gonna have to pick somebody. Like, who should we get? They picked somebody in the audience. Now, it was a little fluffy muff. So it was a little portly gentleman in the front row. You know, maybe we should pick him. And so Santiago look at him and say, nah, it's not his time. I think it's you, baby. I'm so sorry. I hate to break it to you, but why Santiago proceeds to do a Winifred Sanderson on this girl? Like, he put a spell on her, baby, and she was his. Homegirl was hyperventilating, okay? She was giving Bridgerton by the breath, and she just stopped. He was talking to her about how everybody gotta die and death has chosen her, so she's the bride, and do you know what it means to be loved by death? Okay, and he like gives her a big smooch, and then he proceeds to bite her neck. Now, homegirl wasn't flinching. She didn't cry. She was just, you know, she just offered up her jugular vein. And so when this was happening, the spotlight was just on Santiago and this poor little lady. When she finished biting her on the neck, they put the lights, the rest of the lights on the stage, and it was these ghoulish ass vampires, like 6 or 8 of them there. And they were just standing there, and it like scared everybody, including Claudia and Louis. Now, you remember I had told you Claudia's teeth was dry because she was smiling down during the whole plate, right? And so at this part, baby, her teeth wasn't dry no more. Her eyeballs had probably shriveled up, baby, because she wasn't blinking at all. I'm talking about big, the creepy ghouly vampires that popped up on the scene proceeded to start nibbling down on homegirl and just killed her on the stage. You know how actors do at the end of the play, they take their little bow and stuff. Old girl that they had just ate was laying on the floor. Baby, why she was on a trap door and they had trap doored her ass down to the under the stage? I don't even know what happened to the poor lady. I don't know if they put her in the furnace, put her down the river, baby, if they like chopped her up and used her for like, you know, I don't know, stew meat or something. I don't know, baby. She was just gone. Y'all got like a well-oiled machine around here. The weird ass play is over. They go backstage. Armand is the artistic director of the play, and he introduces Claudia and Louis to everybody. So they were like happy to have them there. And Louis' face, baby, he was about to shit a brick. Santiago says, well, who was your makeup? And then Louis was like, his name was Charlie or something. And they had to come up with a lie on the spot. They noticed a big ass picture of Lestat, like a painting of Lestat in the rafters. And Claudia's like, who is this guy? And they were like, that's Lestat. He was a member of the company. He was a co-founder of all the gin joints in all the world. Of course, Lestat is gonna be around here. And of course, they done found themselves in a predicament. Louis is telling Daniel this story, and Daniel's smart mouth ass plays the Young and the Restless theme song while he's telling the story. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? So you mean to tell me Armand knew Lestat before you knew Lestat? Are you kidding me? It's like a telenovela. Do people watch the story still? I don't know, because my grandma died many moons ago. I don't really know no old people. Like, you know, that, and my mama don't watch the story. She be watching Will Trent and stuff. Comment down below and let me know if people still watch the stories. They get back to the house, baby. Claudia turned up. She like, I'm about to go back over there every day. I'm trying to be down, okay? And Louis is like, hell no, the hell you not. It is not safe to go over there. They had to block their brains, you know, because they could read each other's thoughts and stuff. They had to block their brains of Lestat because they would have clocked that, you know, they slit his fucking throat like the other day. You know, Louis is like, they was gonna kill us. Like, and then Claudia was like, yeah, they was gonna kill us, but did they kill us though? No. Claudia need people, baby. Louis ain't enough. Louis is like all in his mind and intellectual. He want to have conversation and take pictures and stuff. Claudia trying to go swing on the goddamn balcony. She trying to go learn how to fly and turn into a bat and do all the other vampire stuff. Louis don't really need to do all that. He's still eating pigeons. And then it be pissing me off because he'll trap the pigeon, take one bite out the pigeon, and then put it in the incinerator. Eat the whole fucking pigeon. It's like when somebody eat a buffalo wing and they leave buku meat on the bone. If you don't take that goddamn bristle off that chicken and come on here, wasting food like that. Louis be wasting food and stuff, and I know Claudia don't waste no food. So they just, you know, they got different feelings about what just happened. So all the talk about Lestat got Louis thinking, like, I don't know if he dead or alive or not. And he remembered that Lestat had did some banking in Paris, and so he went to the bank and was like, yeah, I just want to know if my friend is alive. So the man is like, sir, come on now, I know who you are. Lestat gave me this box. He hadn't made any deposits, or we hadn't heard from him in 4 years. So I'm assuming he's dead. I'm gonna leave you to, you know, see what's in the box. In the box is a letter and some money. I would've went straight for the money, but he didn't. He went straight for the letter because, you know, he's a stand-up guy. He takes the letter out, and then we hear from Lestat, and Lestat is in the room, right? And so he reads the letter. Let me say something. Sam Reed, baby, I am a fan. He is a phenomenal actor. I really felt like Sam Reed was talking to Jacob Anderson about their love. His voice was quivering, but Lestat was basically saying, if you read this letter, then, you know, obviously somebody done killed me because you the one that I love the most above and beyond. It was very sweet. It was very sweet. You got the nerve to be sweet, huh? With your long hair, and it's just well conditioned, and he don't have no split ends, and he's just a terrible person with a gray head of hair. And it just really be pissing me off. I really like Lestat. Have you ever like had the stomach flu and like your stomach is just tore up and you got top and bottom? Take all those symptoms and put it in a facial expression, because that's Louis' facial expression 97% of this episode, babe, I'm talking about twisted up. Brow is furrowed, mouth cocked to the side, just nostrils flared, baby, just toe up on the inside. I don't know if vampires can get a stomach bug. Maybe if you eat like a crackhead or something. I don't know how that would work, but baby, it looked like he was just sick to his stomach. We is describing that whole incident to Daniel Malloy in present time in the interview, and Daniel say something smart at the mouth. I don't remember what it was, but it pissed Louis right on off. So Louis hopped on in Daniel's mind and pulled out the memory of when Daniel proposed to his ex-wife, and he was like, you was on the corner of Orleans and Claiborne, and this is what you said, and this is what happened, invading all this man's stuff. And of course, Daniel Malloy going Daniel Malloy, trying to fight against him, but his little, you know, his illness, his Parkinson's is kind of showing itself, right? So he's, you know, trying to fight that off as well. His physical and his mental are being challenged at the same time by these old ass vampires. And so Louis was like, when you proposed to Alice, what did she say? Daniel was like, she said no. And then Louis bust out laughing. And I was like, ooh, he must have really pissed Louis off, because I don't ever remember seeing Louis be mean. Like, he's so nice. And our mom was like, she wanted to say yes though. Don't be mean. Like, basically saying like, come on now, that's a little much. That knocked Daniel down a peg or two, okay? Louis was like, listen, we're gonna stop all the back and forth shit. You gonna ask your question, we're gonna answer, you gonna listen, and that's that on that. And Daniel was like, okay. So this is where I get the Lost Boys vibe. Claudia and Louis are kicking it with the crew, okay? They're kicking it with the coven, all right? And the coven ride around on mopeds or like motorbikes. So Claudia and Louis rolling with the homies, and they were riding all around Paris, baby, hollering in the middle of the night. It was giving me Lost Boys. Thou shalt not. You remember that song, Crew Ride, Little Sister? My jam, boy. And remember in the Lost Boys, they had that weird dude. He was like really buff and oily, and he sang that song, I Still Believe, and he was playing the saxophone and stuff. The saxophone was the premier instrument in the 80s, okay? I'm old as hell. Mine had like had some little sunglasses on. I said, oh, we look so cute. You better shut up, Armand. You better get. The reason they were on the little hunt, the motorbike hunt, is because Claudia had gone to the damn vampire show a month straight, and Louis wasn't really fucking with it. And the one time he did go, he fell asleep, and so that pissed Santiago off. You know, they come as a set, right? So Louis got invited to go on a hunt, and they end up at this mansion, like in the secluded part of, in the suburbs, okay, in the Parisian suburbs. They all pull up in front of the house like a damn gang, and the little security guards come out. They look like old school movie ushers with their little hats on and stuff. What y'all want? So Santiago like rolled up on them real quick. Like, he pulled the information out of this man's spinal cord and brain stem instead. But he was like, they got 14 rooms, 2 bathrooms, they got a gun upstairs, 13 people. I don't understand the power, you know, knapsack that the vampires have. God damn. It was kind of impressive though, I ain't gonna lie. The coven proceeds to completely ransack these people's mansion, not for jewels or money. We talking neck bones, all right? Maybe they was playing volleyball with somebody's head. All this whole time, Louis and Armand are having a little, you know, flirty meet cute in front of the mansion. I had to rewind it a couple times because people were screaming and hollering, and it was like, yeah, I be thinking about you. And somebody was like, ah! I was like, I can't concentrate. I'm trying to listen to y'all, but then Claudia done bit somebody's neck that was trying to jump off the balcony, baby. Somebody jumped out the window. It was very distracting. But the conversation that Louis and Armand was having was very, very cute. Armand says, listen, I don't know what you got going on with Lestat. You could tell me about that when you're ready. All I know is I sensed a little something when you brought up his name. So I'ma just go ahead and make a recommendation to you. You need to close your mind, baby. If you hear Lestat's name, go ahead and shut it down up in this little noggin area. I can help you with that. You know, it's something going on, and we all clocked it. So Louis looked like he got that little stomach bug face again. It's a little groomy. I don't know. Can vampires groom each other? I feel like, yeah, because it's, I don't know, it was giving groomy, like. But Armand was giving the sauce though. He was giving the sauce. He had one hand in his pocket. You know a man be feeling himself when he have a conversation with you with one hand in his pocket. And he said, listen, don't go over there to that bank no more asking about Lestat business. Cause if you ask about his name, you gonna overturn some rocks, and baby, you don't know what's up under there. So you might want to try not to do that again. And Louis was like, yes, sir. Up until this point, Louis has called Armand maitre, like, which is like, you know, the boss, like the leader, you know what I'm saying? And Armand was like, nah, that's for the company. You can call me Armand. And I was like, oh, Y'all about to do it. Y'all nasty. The coven proceeds to get their fill and burn the whole house down with all the people on the inside. Baby, everybody leave out and everybody is on a high. Claudia is like, I love everybody, everything, every time, everywhere. She's feeling so good. And Louis, on the other hand, got that stomach bug face and he trying to play it off, but he cannot. They get in the little motorbikes and they ride off. And that's where the episode ends. This episode was really, really fun, y'all. I like Santiago. I don't know if I could trust him yet. I feel like he nuts, which I love. I love a nutty vampire. Yeah, I'm really ready to see like some fights and stuff. Also, are Claudia and Louis gonna start beefing? Because you know, Claudia in that bitch. I don't know, you know, they done initiated her ass. She done jumped into the gang. Not sure, so, you know, I don't know. Comment down below and let me know what y'all thought, baby, because it's so many ways this season could go and I just don't know. And that rhymes bars. Can't wait to talk to y'all in the comments. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye.